Hey guys, it's Leah. Welcome back to my channel. I've missed you guys as always. If you want to see these 10 head covering looks, stay tuned. Alright, let's jump right into it. This is the easiest head covering look thus far. It's just one that I think is really pretty and feminine, and I like to do this when I'm wearing my hair out or when I'm wearing a large portion of my hair out. So I have those decorative bobby pins. You can use actual head covering pins, and I just pin them into the lace and into my hair so that the head covering stays, because this wrap is essentially just kind of let loose. It's almost meant to act as an extension of your hair. So I tied it into a loose knot in the back, and I'm going to do a second loose knot. And again, this is going to be very loose. It's pretty much at the bottom. I'm pulling it out just because I don't want it to hang all the way down my back, but I do like that it's gathered at the end. And that is really it for this look. I just think it's really soft and pretty and easy and flowy. Okay, look number 2 is the same concept. There's no need to fold this scarf. You're letting it lay out in all its glory, but you're taking the two opposite sides and you're just putting little loose knots into them. I call this look the butterfly. It's just like look number 1, but it's just a little bit something extra. It keeps the head covering from being all down your back. And I again think it's just really pretty and soft, and I love it with large hoop earrings. Okay guys, the floof, it's not a mistake. It is an actual style that I wear. It's kind of when I'm tired of look number 2, like I want the head covering off of my back, I just pull it up and tie it into a loose knot that ends up being between the two buns. I just let the rest, the excess of the headscarf, like, I don't know, slack over, and it does actually stay on my head. It's secure, and I think it's pretty cute. I do. Regal is really easy. You want to have your head covering folded over in two. You just want to make sure it's large enough to cover over the high bun that you should put on the top of your head. I use a headband just to pull my hair back to make sure that nothing's flying all over the place while I do these looks. So you tie a knot and just make sure everything's kind of tucked away and secure, like nothing's peeking out. And then you want to go ahead and twist the two excess, and you want to tie another knot on top of your hair, so it's going to act as just like this decorative medallion that's right on top of your head, kind of like a little crown. Now I want to take what's left and I just want to pull it back. What I use to secure it, you can use a pin, you could use a hairpin. I pretty much just twist them all together just so that they're, you know, kind of neat and cohesive. Toss it back, and I'm going to use one of the decorative bobby pins just because this head covering is like perforated, so it's okay to pierce and it won't be an issue. And I'm going to pin it back onto my head on either side into my hair so that that loose piece stays where it is. Kind of like a little mohawk, but cute mohawk. So now I'm gonna undo the head covering previously, and I'm just going to work with those two loose pieces. I call this one the tiara because it looks like a little tiara to me. You have the double knot on top of your head that acts as like a decorative heightened piece, and all you're going to do is you can either wrap, like what I did, kind of coil them around my finger, or you can just lay it flat behind your head, tie it and tuck it under, and I just think this is really simple and elegant. Okay you guys, so we're still working with the double knot on top of our hair. All we're going to do is coil the excess of your head covering round so that it's nice and tight and wound together, and you're going to pretty much put this around your bun and then wrap it behind the double knot, and then you just want to tuck it away, and you want to do the same to the other side, going in the opposite direction. Coil it around your bun or your volumizing scrunchie, whatever you have there, which is why you need something up there to kind of act as a guide, and just tuck it away. I think this one is a bit more mature than the tiara, but it's just as pretty. It has height to it. One thing I like to do is like pull out pieces in the front of my hair to give it a kind of like a whimsical look, and I think that's really sweet too. So I'm gonna make myself a volumizing scrunchie. I'm just gonna use a cotton black head covering that's pretty thin, and I'm going to sit it on the teeny little bun that I have on top of my hair. So I really love that head covering. I just love that it's metallic. I folded it in half, but again, just loosely, as long as I have enough to cover over the bun that I made. And note that that bun is your foundation, so it should be the shape and the height that you like. You want to bring it together, no need to knot. You're just going to tie it over one another, and essentially you can choose where you want that little like triangle of hair showing to be. I kind of like to do it a little bit off center. I think it's a little bit cool. You can have it in the middle if you want, on the other side. Now you're going to do, there's no coiling, you're just going to flatly wrap the excess around your head and tuck it in. I love this style. Oh, and side note, if you're wondering why my hair is straight, it's because I went and I got it cut. We're going to talk all about that. I got a nice little haircut, so I had to get it flat ironed so they can figure out how much to take off, because we are starting our hair journey over together and it's going to be amazing. And I call this look Passover because I wore it over Passover with a lot of pretty accoutrements. So now bring your hair into a little ponytail, and I love this lacy black scarf. You can decide essentially how far back you want this scarf to be. That's one look. For this particular style, I do like it that way, but I also like when it's kind of covering my forehead. Plus I have a lot of forehead to work with, so you know, sometimes I want to just give it a little break. You just tie it in a tight knot behind your head, and now you're going to sweep the excess over to one side so that that's where it's going to hang. And you're going to make these loose little knots. So then don't pull the knots taut. You're pretty much just making little loops. And that's really it. I think this one is really chic. It's a nice decorative one to wear to dinner, but it's super, super easy to do. Really easy. Now this one, this side swept look, is actually my favorite as of late. I've been wearing it a lot. You see here I have my head covering doubled. Now you want to have one side shorter than the other. So the side where you want the loose fabric to hang needs to be the shortest. Why? Because the longer fabric, you're going to pretty much just side sweep over your head and then tie it in a vertical knot. Just like that. It's very easy. You can pay more attention to what's happening on the front of your head. If you want to just fold those little folds over and over to make it more neat, you can do that. If you tie it forward, the fabric is going to hang over. If you tie it backwards, then you'll be able to see the knot. I like it backwards. It's up to you. I just think this one is like really cool and chic. It's my favorite. I've been wearing it a lot. So last but not least, this one's really, really easy. This works best with the stiff head covering, like the wax cloth head coverings. I call this one Chiquita Banana, maybe just because the head covering is yellow. But you pretty much want to double it over, tie it in a knot on top of your head, tie it in a second knot on top of your head, but make sure to pull one side taut so that pretty much the fabric kind of peeks out only on one side. You tuck the other side away and you just fan that other piece out, and since it's that stiff material, it'll just stay out and look cute. I think it's just a cute little look. Okay guys, that's it for the video. Comment your favorite. I'm going to recap them for you now. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe below. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!